As of 2 hours ago, singer David, who had a 15-year-old girl's body found in his car, has been cleared from the suspect list. How does this happen? I have zero idea, but it happened. LAPD really looked at all this evidence, her name in all the songs, her name tatted on him, the pictures of them, the videos of her backstage, and just said, you know what? Nah, he's cool. Like, bro, who is this man David's lawyer? Is it Jay Yoma? Like, what is going on? I just can't wrap my head around it. All these things, songs, videos, pictures, tattoos, everything points at David as guilty. However, LAPD says, nah, he's chilling. Not to mention, 9 days ago, David literally canceled his entire USA tour. This dude knew he was cooked and still got out of it. Oh, and you know what? Not even did they say, you know what, David's not a suspect, but now they're saying, we don't even know if a murder even occurred, when the girl's body is literally in pieces in the back of his car. This case literally has not even been deemed a homicide investigation. I'm no cop, but I think if I saw a girl in pieces in the back of another person's car, I think I would conclude that this is a murder. Do you guys think LAPD is kind of not doing a good job right now?
This is the most chaotic case we've seen in years. Every single day, new rumors, new so-called evidence, and new twists hit social media, leaving the public more confused than ever. Just when it seems like things can't get any crazier, people start claiming that singer David is no longer even a suspect in the death of 15-year-old Celeste. But here's the problem. Was he ever officially a suspect to begin with? And if not, then who is? Stay with me, because over the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly why this case feels like it's spiraling out of control and why David's name won't escape this storm anytime soon. Before we get deep into this, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because trust me, you're not going to want to miss the updates still to come. Let's start with the viral storm. TikToks, tweets, YouTube clips. Millions of people saw the claim. As of 2 hours ago, David has been cleared from the suspect list. Sounds definitive, right? But here's the catch. There was never even a confirmed suspect list released to the public. LAPD never named David directly. They're still calling this an ongoing investigation. So where did this come from? It came from a cycle of desperation for answers. With almost no communication from LAPD, no real statements from David's team, and silence from everyone involved, fans are believing literally anything. And let's be honest, this isn't a case being built on facts anymore. It's being built on narratives, speculation, and the raw power of social media hype. But let's not forget, Celeste's body was discovered in the trunk of a Tesla tied to David. That fact alone makes it nearly impossible for the public to disconnect him from this case. Now here's where things get wild. On one side, you've got photos, Discord chat logs, backstage videos, tattoos with Celeste's name, mountains of circumstantial evidence. On the other side, the legal system moving at a snail's pace, saying, none of this means guilt until it's proven. And that's the reality. The body in the car could have been planted. The Discord logs? Could they be faked or manipulated? The photos? Could they be a lookalike? Until prosecutors can confirm authenticity, until every screenshot, every timestamp, and every piece of digital evidence is verified, none of it sticks. And here's the problem. The internet doesn't care about verification. It cares about virality. And virality has already declared David guilty in the court of public opinion. 9 days ago, David canceled his entire US tour. To fans, that was the smoking gun. Why cancel unless you knew you were cooked? For some, that's all they needed to call a case closed. But legally, it means nothing. It could be PR. It could be panic. It could be coincidence. But in the chaos of this case, every action is twisted, magnified, and spun into proof. And that's the tragedy of the information war. One person's move to lay low becomes another person's declaration of guilt. Now, here's the part that really set people off. Police statements have been contradictory. Some reports called it a homicide. Others pulled back, saying the cause of death is still undetermined. So why the hesitation? Because decomposition had already set in. The dismemberment people freaked out over wasn't someone chopping up the body. It was the natural breakdown from being left for weeks in a hot car trunk. Graphic, yes. Disturbing, absolutely. But was it murder? We still don't have a clear answer. So once again, the internet filled the gaps. And once again, misinformation ran faster than the facts. Now, this might be the most bizarre twist of all. The theory that there are two Celestes. One, the teenage girl, Celeste Rivas, tragically found deceased. And two, an older decoy, Celeste Herrera, allegedly 23, conveniently photographed with David. Coincidence or cover-up? Could this be a label-manufactured alibi? Could the industry have planted a look-alike Celeste to rewrite history if things ever went public? It sounds insane, but in a case this chaotic, nothing feels too far-fetched anymore. Some believe this was a preemptive move, a get-out-of-jail-free card engineered by management if the truth about David's underage involvement ever came out. Is that paranoia? Or is it damage control at the highest level? Here's where the case takes an even stranger turn: the silence. The complete and utter silence coming from the LAPD. And I don't just mean a lack of frequent updates. I mean total lockdown. No news statements. No press conferences. No calls for public tips. No fresh leads. No movement. At least not publicly. And that is weird. Very weird. Because in cases like this, especially when a young girl is involved, police departments usually flood the public with requests for information. They put out hotlines. They beg for tips. They want every single person who might have seen something to step forward. That's how investigations often break wide open. Think about the Idaho case with the college students. That investigation turned when the public got involved. Think about dozens of missing persons cases where ordinary witnesses filled the gaps law enforcement couldn't. That's the playbook. But here, nothing. So the question is, why? Why would the LAPD, a department that thrives on public pressure and media attention, suddenly go radio silent on one of the most viral cases in years? Is it because they already have everything they need and they're just waiting for the right moment to drop charges? Or is it because they don't have enough and they're scrambling behind closed doors, terrified of the backlash if they come up empty-handed? And there's another theory, one that makes people even more uncomfortable. Maybe the silence isn't about protecting the investigation. It's about protecting someone else. Think about it. David isn't just another kid from the neighborhood. He's an industry-backed star. He's tied to a record label, to money, to influence. And influence has power. Influence can bend narratives. Influence can stall investigations. Influence can silence entire police departments if enough pressure is applied from the right people in the right places. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happening here. But doesn't it feel strange that the only updates we're getting aren't from official sources, but from TikToks, tweets, and speculation? Isn't it odd that the most definitive statements in this entire case are coming from random social media posts and not from the authorities handling the investigation? This silence has created a vacuum, and nature hates a vacuum. That void gets filled with conspiracy theories, fake evidence, rumors, and wild speculation. And the public eats it up because silence feels like guilt. Silence feels like complicity. Silence feels like someone, somewhere, doesn't want us to know the truth. But here's the thing, silence can cut both ways. It can mean they're hiding something, or it can mean they're building something airtight. Police know that this case isn't just another statistic. It's viral. It's global. Every single move they make will be dissected, criticized, and turned into content. If they screw up, even once, the defense can use it to throw out the entire case. That's why many legal analysts believe the LAPD is deliberately holding back. They don't want to give the public crumbs. They don't want to leak half-baked statements. They want the full pie baked and ready before they even open the oven. But the danger is this. The longer they wait, the more the internet creates its own version of the truth. And when millions of people around the world believe something, whether it's accurate or not, it becomes reality in the court of public opinion. So ask yourself, is the LAPD in control of this case? Or have they already lost control?